Most golfers will three-putt this weekend, and they're gonna blame it on the read. The reality is it wasn't the read. There's one simple drill that fixes so many things, and most golfers skip right over it. I skipped over it for longer than I want to admit as well. I've played competitive golf for over 30 years. I teach putting for a living. And when I started to truly measure and understand what made a player's score go down and what made a player a better putter, this drill was doing way more than even I thought. So let me show you what it is, let me show you how to run it, and let me save you years of you guessing. I see this all the time, and I'm sure you've seen it too. Somebody hits a lag putt up there, they miss their second putt, and they say, I misread that one. In fact, I saw it 2 days ago as I was giving a playing lesson. The truth is that putt usually has nothing to do with the line. And as I talk with players and we talk about putts that they miss, most of the time they see the line just fine. They're missing putts for 2 reasons. Number 1, their lag speed was bad. There was a study done that the average 15 handicap will make 90% of their putts from 3 feet, but only 40 to 45% of their putts from 6 feet. So if you hit the ball just 3 feet further from the hole, it may not seem like a big deal, but the probability of you making that next putt goes down by half. That's staggering. So if your lag speed is bad, you are gonna 3-putt more. There's no question about it. Their second problem is they're not starting their ball on their intended line. So often a player will miss a putt, we'll step back and look at it in a practice round, and they'll say, oh, that was a right edge putt. And as we look at it, it actually was a right edge putt. Or they'll say, oh, it was a ball out left. And again, they're right, it was a ball out left. But once they step over the ball, they're not seeing their line properly, and they're not starting their ball on their intended line. And so they're missing that putt. This drill is amazing because it addresses distance control and speed. It addresses your eye seeing the correct line. And it also ensures that you're hitting the ball on your intended line and making a center strike and hitting the sweet spot of your putter. So let me break down this drill for you. Let me show how to set it up, and let me show you how to get this done. Okay, this is how you set up and run this drill. Now, I'm at the Gilly Indoor Golf Club. I'm putting on an artificial green, so I'm gonna be using a laser and the Y-Golf training aid. But if you're outdoors, you can do the exact same thing with either a chalk line or crochet needles and a string from the craft store, very inexpensive, and 4 tees. I'm gonna show you how to set up this drill both ways. Okay, so if you're outdoors on real grass, this is potentially what it's gonna look like. I've got a string, or you could use a chalk line. I've got 2 tees. I've got one here and one here, about 1/8 of an inch outside of the toe and the heel of my putter. That's what we call a club head gate. And then 12, 15, 18 inches further down the putter line, I've got 2 tees that create a gate for my ball to travel through. So I have a dead straight line. I've got 2 tees for my club head, and I've got 2 tees that my ball will travel through. So again, I'm in here at the Gilly Indoor Golf Club. So I'm gonna use the laser, which is made by Putt Aim. I'm using the putting thing by Y-Golf, but it's the exact same as what we explained for outside on grass. I have a straight putt, and this laser is showing me my intended line. I've got these 2 things right here that act as a gate for my putter to come through, and I've got these 2 things that are acting as a gate for my ball to go through. Now, you're gonna need 3 golf balls. You can see I've got 3 here. The first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna hit 3 putts with just your right hand. Now, it doesn't matter if you putt cross-handed, it doesn't matter if you putt conventional, you're gonna hit 3 putts with just your right hand. Once you hit 3 putts with your right hand, you're gonna switch and you're gonna hit 3 putts with just your left hand. Once you've made 3 putts with just your left hand, you're gonna come back, then you're gonna hit 3 putts with both hands together. Once you've done those 9 putts, 3 with your right hand, 3 with your left hand, and 3 with your hands together, it's important then that you take your 3 golf balls and you move to a hole where you can hit some left to right putts, and then you can hit some right to left putts. This makes sure that you're calibrated, and it makes sure that you don't go on autopilot and mindlessly hit putts under the laser. This makes sure you're focused. This makes sure that you are calibrating the drills that you're doing there to a golf course where you have some real breaks where you won't be putting with a laser. And then I'm going to hit some right to left putts. So here's the catch with any training drill. As long as I have a straight line, a putter head gate, a ball gate, it's gonna feel like I'm improving, and hopefully I am. But that's why here at the Gilly, I use the SAM Putt Lab, so that we can make sure that you're no longer guessing and we know exactly what's going on in your putting stroke. We measure over 70 parameters of the putting stroke to ensure that you're not guessing and you know exactly what's going on in your putting stroke, and so that you know that you truly are improving. Now that I've hit 9 putts, 3 with the right, 3 with the left, and 3 together, I've moved and hit some right to left and some left to right. I'm gonna come back to this exact same setup and I'm gonna do it again. And I'm gonna do this 4 or 5 times. And it's not gonna take more than 15 or 20 minutes, but I'm gonna do that rotation of 15 putts 4 to 5 times. Now, let me show you what this is doing for your putting. The first thing it's doing is this. Because you have either the string, a chalk line, or a laser, it is showing you exactly what that straight line looks like, and it's teaching your eye to see that line correctly. The second thing it's doing is, because we have a club head gate, it's making sure that we're not coming through like this or like this, and we're making center strike on the putter blade. The next thing it's doing is, because we have these two things here, or the two tees out in front, it's creating a gate that my ball has to go through. If that ball doesn't start on that intended line, I'm not starting it on line. So it's not only training my eye to see the right line, it's training me to make a center strike on the putter face, hitting it right in the sweet spot, and ensuring that that ball rolls straight down my intended line. The other thing that it's doing is this, and here's the warning and where this can really mess you up. When you're putting with one hand especially, you really want to be focusing on the speed of the putts at which that putt is going in the hole. If I sit here and I slam every single one of these putts mindlessly, I'm not doing myself any favors. And as I'm paying attention, I can train my body to focus on the speed at which I'm hitting putts. So I can sit here and say, okay, I just want to drip this right over the front edge. And then I can hit a soft one that just creeps in over the edge, right? So it's training my speed control. It's ensuring that my eye is seeing the correct line. It's ensuring that my golf ball is starting right on the intended line, and that I'm hitting the sweet spot on the putter blade every time I hit that putt. And then as I step away to hit my left to right and my right to left putts, it's making sure that that calibration and that training, I'm taking out to putts that aren't sitting here on a laser, so that I can make sure that I'm transferring that training to the golf course. So this is what this looks like on the golf course. First, more confidence. You're gonna be standing over 6 footers, confident that you're actually gonna start that ball on line, and confident that if you hit that ball on line, it's going in. Your speed is calibrated, you're making center strike, and you're actually seeing that line accurately. Second thing, you're gonna reduce your own stress level out on the golf course. My college golf coach used to always say, every great golf round has at least one awesome par save. Well, this is how you get that great par save to keep your round going. So the payoff is less stress on the golf course, better lag putt speed, and you're gonna see more putts go in the hole. So this week, before you go hit more buckets of balls, before you hit putts aimlessly without structure, do this drill. Spend some time training your eyes, training your hands, training your stroke to actually make more putts. And if you're ready to stop guessing, that's what our putting evaluation is for. My contact information is down below when you're ready to take your putting to the next level. My name is Robbie Fillmore. Let's get better together.